You dated black guys.
Loved black guys, yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
I'm not. I'm saying, like, I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
You know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
Ain't nobody, how did you say it?
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
Right, you like your main man to be white and your side piece
that is not what I mean.
Jeannie, explain what you mean.
Okay,
what
I meant is, like, I used to date black men, okay? I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to, because it just kept me happiest, was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Okay.
Let's keep it real. Nobody saw Jeannie Mai and Jeezy's fairy tale crashing this hard. Just months ago, Jeannie was all over Instagram bragging about her man, calling him her darling, and hyping up his memoir like they were the ultimate power couple. On the outside, it looked perfect, but behind those glossy posts, a storm was already brewing, and Jeezy was the one stacking the clouds in silence. Turns out, Jeezy had already filed for divorce weeks before. Paperwork notarized, signed, sealed, sitting in his back pocket while he played the picture-perfect husband and dad. That's not just cold. That's straight calculated. And here's where it gets wild. You gotta ask yourself, what makes a man blindside his wife like that? Was it really just irreconcilable differences, like the PR teams keep spinning? Or is there a messier truth behind closed doors? Because the minute Tamar Braxton spoke up, the internet nearly blew up. Tamar, never the type to bite her tongue, dropped a bomb, hinting Jeannie might have been creeping with none other than Mario Lopez.
The reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down. You think that was in love? I feel so bad for her. Yeah, I do.
Well, we don't.
Yes, AC Slater himself. According to Tamar, the vibe between Jeannie and Mario wasn't just TV chemistry. She swears they were sharing more than playful banter while working together on the reel. And let's be honest, anyone who's seen those clips knows the energy was way too flirty. Inside jokes, leaning in close, touching here and there. It was always there. But nobody thought it would ever cross into real life. Here's the twist, though. Jeannie's whole image with Jeezy was built on change. She used to be the loudest one about not wanting kids, not wanting marriage, keeping it casual forever. Then suddenly she flips, marries Jeezy, plays house, and even has a baby with him. The public ate up Jeannie's glow-up story, the career woman turned family wife fairy tale. But some fans swear she was bending over backwards to fit Jeezy's image of the perfect wife, and in the process, she started losing herself. And when people feel invisible in their own marriage, they go searching for validation somewhere else. And that's exactly where Mario slips back into the picture, if the whispers are true. Mario wasn't just some blast from the past. He was the present. Word is, Jeezy caught flirty texts between the two as early as June, right when he secretly filed those divorce papers. Imagine sitting on that type of betrayal, smiling for family photos, acting like everything's sweet, while knowing deep down you're already out the door. That's either next-level self-control or next-level revenge. But what really sent the internet into chaos was that clip of Mario kissing Jeannie's baby. Yeah, Monaco. And fans instantly said, what grown man kisses another man's child if he's not more than a friend? People weren't buying the just close pals excuse. They saw intimacy, comfort, and a bond that screamed deeper than friendship. It only fueled the idea that Mario wasn't just dropping by as a visitor. He might have been around as something much bigger. So now the question flips. Was Jeezy cold-hearted for hiding the divorce moves and striking out of nowhere? Or was he just reacting to a betrayal that cut way deeper than the public realized? When someone you believed was your forever plays you dirty, it's not just heartbreak. It's ego, rage, and straight embarrassment. But Jeezy didn't post sad quotes or cry online. Nah, he pulled the paperwork. signed, sealed, and waited like a man with a strategy. And Tamar Braxton? Her reaction wasn't random shade. She's been waiting years to call Jeannie out. Fans of The Real remember those clashes. And it wasn't playful banter. It was tension that never died. The tension between Tamar and Jeannie was never fake. It was real heat. Tamar never rocked with Jeannie's vibe, and now that the divorce is out in the open, she's spilling on her new show with zero filter. She threw heavy side-eye and broke it down the Tamar way, raw, bold, and unbothered. Men don't just wake up and file for divorce unless something serious went down, she said. And in her eyes, there were only two reasons. Either another woman was pushing Jeezy, or Jeannie did something foul enough to blow up the marriage. That's all fans needed to hear to start digging. Old clips, IG lives, red carpet moments, nothing was off limits. And what surfaced? Jeannie looking too cozy with Mario during public events, while Jeezy stood on the sidelines. Some clips showed her laughing like Mario was the funniest man alive, brushing against him like she forgot cameras were even there. And it wasn't studio heat people felt. It was straight chemistry, raw and obvious. There's playful banter. And then there's low-key flirting in broad daylight. And when an old clip resurfaced of Jeannie joking on air about preferring white meat while dating black men on the side, fans dragged it again, this time saying it aged like spoiled milk. It was offensive back then. And now it feels like it was hinting at something deeper all along. Tamar even checked her live on TV for it, forcing Jeannie into an apology that viewers never really bought. So when Mario, the ultimate all-American good guy, suddenly pops back into Jeannie's storyline, the internet didn't waste time connecting dots. Jeannie tried to rebrand herself for Jeezy. New wife, new mom, new image, but maybe she never killed off that side of her Tamar, always saw straight through. But here's the real game changer. It wasn't just Tamar's sharp words. Insiders started whispering. And according to them, Jeezy knew about Jeannie and Mario's messages way before he ever pulled the divorce trigger. He didn't confront her immediately. He played it smart and sat on the receipts. Jeezy allegedly played it cool, acting like life was normal while quietly watching how things played out. To some, that feels cold and manipulative, but to others, it was pure strategy. A masterclass in control. Either way, it shows a man who felt betrayed but refused to explode. He chose to move like ice, calculated and lethal. Fans are torn. Was Jeezy out of pocket for filing divorce papers behind Jeannie's back while she was still hyping him up online? Or was he just protecting himself from a bigger humiliation? For a man like Jeezy, known for privacy, silence, and keeping his moves low-key, ending things this publicly sent a loud message, not just to Jeannie, but to everybody watching. And the fallout? Straight ugly. Jeannie, once praised for elegance and evolution, is now getting dragged through the dirt. People are questioning everything, her intentions, her authenticity, even her motherhood. Some are saying she used Jeezy as a stepping stone into a new lifestyle, only to slide right back into her old habits once she felt secure. That's a cruel narrative, especially for someone who branded herself around growth and self-love. But fair or not, the public doesn't wait for receipts. They react to whatever looks the most real. And right now, the picture looks messy. Meanwhile, Mario hasn't said a single word. He's online cheesing in selfies, hosting shows, acting like nothing's up. But silence ain't innocence, especially when there's footage of him kissing Monaco and whispering sweet nothings with Jeannie, all while Jeezy's name was still on that marriage license. That kiss crossed an invisible line, and the internet is demanding answers. The wildest part, how fast Jeannie's perfect image crumbled. For years, she was seen as the graceful comeback queen, surviving a painful first marriage, building a new life, and finally embracing motherhood. Now, all of that is hanging by a thread, but now all of that is under fire. The internet doesn't do graceful downfall. It does memes, hot takes, and messy deep dives. One minute, Jeannie was the doting wife celebrating her man's book launch, and the next, she was trending worldwide. For all the wrong reasons. Suddenly, fans went back rewatching The Real through a brand new lens, and what once looked like playful banter between Jeannie and Mario now feels straight up suspicious. That old clip where she joked, White keeps me mean and lean. It doesn't come off as awkward anymore. It plays like a confession. And when you add Mario's slick habit of tossing flirty one-liners right back at her, fans are convinced this thing had been simmering for a long time. Meanwhile, Jeezy kept his silence. No subtweets, no interviews, no emotional breakdowns, just that cold, quiet power move of pulling the plug without warning. And that silence, it screamed louder than any public statement. I saw what I needed to see. And let's keep it real. If the roles were reversed and Jeannie had blindsided Jeezy after catching him texting a female co-host, the internet would crown her a queen for walking away. But instead, she's the one scrambling in damage control, while Mario strolls around acting like none of this ever happened. What poured gasoline on the fire, though, was the footage, yes, actual footage, of Mario getting way too close to Monaco. A kiss on the head might sound innocent on paper, but in this storm, it came off intimate, almost possessive. Fans said it felt like a slap to Jeezy's face. Imagine another man leaning in that close to your daughter while you're still legally married. That wasn't just crossing a boundary, that was straight up trespassing. And insiders claim Jeezy wasn't blind. He allegedly gave Jeannie space to confess before he made his move. That's exactly why Jeezy sat on those divorce papers for so long. He was waiting to see if Jeannie would own up, apologize, or even try to fix things. But instead, she kept posting Instagram captions about growth and love like she was living in some fantasy land. And that's when Jeezy made his move. No warning, no soft breakup talk. Just cold legal action that changed everything overnight. Jeannie's team tried to spin it quick, pushing the different values and goals excuse, but fans weren't buying it. They pointed out how Jeannie flipped her whole world for Jeezy, her stance on marriage, her views on kids, her entire lifestyle. And after all of that, it still ended in betrayal? That's not values clashing. That's heartbreak. Plain and simple. Meanwhile, Tamar is living her best life in the middle of the storm. She's been saying this for years, and now she's sipping tea on Dish Nation, watching it all unfold like a rerun she already predicted. Love her or hate her delivery, Tamar clocked Jeannie's mask, slipping a long time ago. And now the receipts are right there for everyone to see. So what's next? Jeannie is stuck facing the internet's wrath. Mario's dodging paparazzi cameras like he doesn't know why they're on his trail. And Jeezy, he's walking out with a bestseller, a clean break, and public opinion riding on his side. This isn't just another breakup, it's a cautionary tale. Fame, family, and secrets never stay hidden forever. Somebody always ends up exposed. And that's a wrap for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one.